Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Allie and I am so happy that you decided to click on this video. I think it's probably safe to assume that most of you are new here. If not, welcome back. I am a stay-at-home mom, I'm a part-time college student, and obviously a lover of books. So, what was I gonna say? I have seen countless videos of what I read in a week, what I realistically read in a week as a ... fill in the blank. I got curious and I wanted to know how much I actually read in a week as a stay-at-home mom, college student, you know what I'm saying. So I thought it would be really fun to hang out with you guys for the next week, 7 days, and see how much I read. In order to properly, I guess, like figure out how much I read, I'm going to track two different things. I'm going to start a timer every time I sit down to read, and then I also am going to keep track of the number of pages I read. I do want to reiterate that this is not a reading challenge of any sort. I'm not trying to see how many books I get through. I'm not trying to see how fast I can read. This is genuinely just me being curious. And especially in today's age of social media, there is so much comparison out there, and I really don't want any of you looking at how much or how little somebody else reads compared to you. At the end of the day, reading is meant to be fun. It's a hobby. Don't feel bad if you don't read 10 books a month. Don't feel bad if you only get through one. Even if you just do that, pat yourself on the back. I'm proud of you. Just to give some context, I wanted to point out that last year, I only read 5 books. 5 books out of the entire 2024. Granted, I did have a almost 1-year-old. My son turned 1 over the summer. I had my hands full. I did not have much time for myself, and I also homeschool my daughter. So I did not really have time to sit and read, and I also didn't make it a priority anyways. But this year, now that my son is a little bit older, I find myself having more time that I can be intentional with and set aside to actually put effort into reading, because I've kind of rekindled my love for reading, and now it's kind of just become my obsession. So here we are. My reading goal for now this year, I started out with my reading goal at 30 books for the entire year. I very quickly upped it to 60 books, and based on my reading track on the Fable app, so far I am on track to finish my 60 book goal by I think October. We're doing great so far this year. So that's just a little bit of backstory on me and my reading journey. So before I decided that I was going to make this into a video, I did already read some this morning. So I didn't start a timer for that, but I did note down roughly what time I started reading. My normal day to day during Monday through Friday, work week if you must, I usually wake up around 5:15 in the morning because I like to sit and have coffee with my husband before he then leaves for work. Some days I will admit I don't. Sometimes I sleep in. Aside from the point, this morning I did wake up about 5:15 and I went and had my coffee with him, and I started reading at 6:10 and I read until 6:45. So that's about 35 minutes, and that's all before my kids wake up in the morning. In that 35 minutes, I was able to read 17 pages. So, what book am I reading? Oh, I'm glad you asked. I have been reading Empire of Storms. Yeah, Storms. I wasn't sure if it was Empire of Storm or Storms. Anyways, I have been reading Empire of Storms. This is, if you are unaware, what number book is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th book. Is it the 6th book? Okay, yeah, it's the 6th book of the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. But I am almost I've got this upside down. I am almost halfway through it. I am on page 273 out of, I believe, 680 something pages. 693 pages. I did just put my son down for a nap Part of me wants to read, but I also have an assignment that is due by the end of day today. So if I'm being responsible, I should probably get my assignment done before I sit down and read. But I also really want to read. So I don't know. What am I gonna do? We'll see. Let's find out together. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I just went ahead and finished a couple school assignments that I had due for the week. I only have a couple left, but those aren't due until Sunday. Luckily, my son is still napping, so let's see how much reading time I'm able to squeeze in before he wakes up. Oh shoot, I forgot to start the timer. I've only been reading for like maybe 2 minutes. But like I said earlier, I didn't know that I was making this video when I read this morning. So technically we are at 0. I am starting it now. We'll just have to add like 2 minutes at the end of it. My son's awake. I read that and half of that. So honestly, I'm probably not even gonna count that as a page. Oh, I still didn't start my timer.
I wrote a message in my notes that I'm never gonna send to you, saying I'm sorry. Papa. I guess you never really know what somebody's gonna do when they get lonely.
Hello everyone, it is now Saturday. It's 1:15 in the afternoon. I'm here to give my little wrap up of how much I read yesterday. So I started this week video on a Friday, which I know is kind of like a weird time to start a like week with me type of video. So yesterday morning I woke up, I want to say I woke up around like 5 in the morning, and I read for 35 minutes, and within that 35 minutes I was able to read 17 pages. I didn't really read at all throughout the day. I did try to squeeze in a little bit of reading time when my son took a nap, but literally the second I started reading, he woke up from his nap. So that didn't go as planned. I was able to read last night after I put my kids to bed. So I read 25 pages and that took about 47 minutes. Usually I do read a lot longer than that at night, but for whatever reason, I was just so tired. My eyes would not stay open. I literally just could not stay awake. I actually fell asleep on the couch, if my math is mathing. I read for an hour and 22 minutes yesterday, which I feel like is honestly less than normal, but regardless, that's how much we read on Friday. Anyways, for right now, my son is napping. I'm going to see how much I can get read. I feel like this lighting is awful. I just sat down. I just sat down. I got both my kids to bed for the night, so it is now my typical reading time. Usually at night and first thing in the morning is when I get the like 90% of my reading done, because I typically don't get to squeeze in much reading time throughout the day. So I am gonna go ahead and pick back up on Empire of Storms. Ooh, I feel I don't know why I'm laughing about this. I sat back to like let this be the angle that I do just like my little reading clip in, and low-key it's giving me the creeps. I feel like seeing this just like dark doorway, I feel like I'm gonna look and there's just gonna be a person standing there. I don't like that. We're relocating. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot that I was like in a pretty high stakes point in the book. I like abruptly had to stop reading earlier and I totally forgot. We're really diving in. No warm up, buckle up, put your seatbelts on because we're going for a ride. Oh, I need my banky. Now we're fastened. breath. It is now Sunday morning and I'm here to check in. It's a nice day out. Everybody's just like flying up and down the street, motorcycles, loudness. If you guys can hear cars, I'm sorry. I have a new microphone for my camera coming in the mail. It should be here tomorrow if Amazon doesn't lie to me. Hopefully my audio quality will get a smidgen better. Fingers crossed that's how that plays out. Enough rambling, let's get to the point. We're here to check in on how my reading went yesterday. So Saturday. Ow! Ow, just felt like I hyperextended my elbow. Ow. I like this angle better. We'll hang out here. Anyways, we're here to talk about how much I read yesterday. Let me get my notes app because that's kind of where I've been keeping track of everything. Saturday, I read for a total of 2 hours and 26 minutes and I was able to read through 55 pages. Not the best again, but it was better than Friday. So at least that was better. I don't know what it has been, but I've just been so sleepy the last couple nights. Usually I'm able to read from the moment I put my kids to bed until like it's my bedtime. But for some reason, I was still just like my eyes were doing that thing where it's like you go cross-eyed and one eye opens, the other eye doesn't want to open. And at that point, you're not retaining any of the information that you're reading anyways. So you may as well just give up. So I gave up. I tried to fight it. I tried to like get up and move, but it wasn't working. Either way, those are the stats of yesterday. My game plan now is, what is my game plan now? I have, I think, one assignment that's due tonight. I'm just dreading doing it. I have like half of it done already and it's not that big of a deal. I just don't feel like doing it. I might just read a little bit more. Is that the game plan? Do I want to be responsible or no? I was not prepared for this book to have any spice in it. I'm not going to give any spoilers. Obviously, if I ever give spoilers, I will make sure to let you know. I don't know what it is, but if there are weird terms used in spice scenes, I just can't take it seriously. I struggle to take any like spiciness seriously in books. Usually they just like, one, either make me cringe or two, they just make me laugh. I'm sorry. If you're like sensitive to anything like that, maybe just like skip ahead like 10 seconds. Somebody just called somebody else's thing velvet wrapped steel. Excuse me, but what? It makes me cringe and it makes me like, yeah, they said that. I just recorded that whole clip of my Sunday, Monday check-in of my reading. And the clip had absolutely no audio. I actually just got a new microphone and I was using the smartphone cable instead of the camera cable. That's my bad. So here we are. We're gonna redo it. It's fine. Everything's fine. This is my reading check-in for both Sunday and Monday. Today is now Tuesday. I honestly realized that I don't read as much on weekends as I do during weekdays. And I think a lot of that is chalked up to I don't wake up early on weekends. And by not waking up early on weekends, I usually wake up around like 6:30ish instead of like 5 a.m. Which to most people that might not seem like a huge difference, but it's the difference of reading before my kids wake up versus trying to read while they are awake, and that doesn't work. Anywho, to the stats of Sunday and Monday. On Sunday, I read for only a total of 54 minutes, and in that 54 minutes, I read 33 pages. Again, I don't think I read that much on weekends. I don't think I really have that much time to read on weekends, and that's totally fine. I think that's kind of a trend for a lot of people because you're usually doing stuff. Anyways, I need to stop myself from going on random tangents. And why? I feel like I keep drooling. I just had a matcha and I feel like I am talking a million words per minute. I am talking faster than my brain is working. My matcha, I think I put an extra scoop in there. I did put an extra scoop in there and I feel it. Kind of feels nice. Anyways, I'm being chaotic. So that was Sunday's stats. Monday, I read for 2 hours and 16 minutes for a total of 89 pages. That has me wondering, like, how many pages per hour does the average person read? Am I a slow reader? Because I feel like for 2 hours and 19 minutes, 89 pages doesn't seem like a lot. Or is it? I really don't know. Honestly, maybe I should do one of those speed reading tests. Is that what they're called? I don't know what else they'd be called. I just don't think I'm the fastest reader. Here's what the problem might be. If I am trying to read and the TV is too loud, or my husband is watching like TikToks on his phone and they're just too loud, there's too much outside noise, I have a really hard time comprehending the words that I'm reading. It's almost like my ears don't know that I shouldn't be trying to listen and understand what the TV's saying or what is on my husband's phone. And so my brain can't process both. So sometimes it like picks up on the wrong thing rather than focusing on the pages that I'm reading. So I think that's the problem that kind of slows me down a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna quit rambling so much. My son is now down for a nap, so I think I want to take advantage of that time and get some reading done. I am officially on spring break for school right now, so I do not have any assignments that I have to do this week. Again, I'm gonna quit rambling and I'm going to go get some reading done, and I will catch up with you guys later. Good morning, everyone. It is only 5:45 in the morning. I'm so excited because I only have just this little bit left of the book, and it is getting so good. I am hoping that I get lucky, my kids sleep in a little bit today. Maybe I can get through the rest of this book before they wake up. So I'm sitting here, got my book, I've got my coffee. It's sitting over there. I can't reach it, but I've got my coffee. So let's get reading. Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. I'm here to pop in and give my little check-in on how much I read on Tuesday. I actually had a really good reading day yesterday. I was able to read for a total of 3 hours and 28 minutes, which, oh, I didn't do like my page count specifically. So let me just calculate how much that is really quick. So I read 119 pages yesterday. So I would say that was pretty good. This morning, I was able to read for a good little bit. I was hoping that I would be able to finish Empire of Storms this morning, but I think I have like only 2 chapters left. So my son is down for a nap, and the only thing on my agenda is to read the last 2 chapters of this, and I am so excited. I heard that this leaves you on a heck of a cliffhanger, and then you also have the next book, which is Tower of Dawn. That happens in the same timeline as this one, which is why people typically do like a tandem read of Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. However, I read about like why people choose or not choose to do the tandem read, and it made more sense for me to not do it. I'm like, I'm so excited to get through this and move on to the next one, but knowing it's gonna leave me on a cliffhanger, and then knowing I have a huge chunker of a book to get through that isn't gonna give me any answers to this one. It might be a rough next week trying to speed read through the next one, but we're gonna do it. That's the Throne of Glass series. I mean, we've been buckled in and we're not gonna unbuckle. We're gonna keep on, we're strapped in. We're going, and I'm so excited to get to Kingdom of Ash, but I am also heartbroken thinking that we are coming down to the last 2 books. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I'm done. I don't. Anyways, enough rambling. I am going to hopefully sit and finish Empire of Storms. I'm so excited. I'll check in with you guys later.
I wrote a message in my notes that I'm never gonna send to you, saying I'm sorry. I guess you never really know what somebody's gonna do when they get lonely. You found somebody better than me to take care of your insecurities. You did it all while leaving me in the dark. I try so hard to be what you need. If you're into the finer things, well, maybe we should let this fall apart. 'Cause I feel so stupid for falling for you. I should've listened to my friends when they told me not to. They said you're nothing but a one-night stand, trip to Candyland. If you get too close, then you might understand. But now my heart's on my sleeve and I'm in too deep. But you're not thinking twice about me. I wrote a message in my notes that I'm never gonna send to you, saying how I feel if you only knew. I wrote down every old cliche, a 4-letter word in 100 ways, and reality hit me in the face.
I just finished Empire of Storms. I have some thoughts, but I'm not gonna say them here. That's not what this video is for. I am hoping to have a separate video for just like my Throne of Glass series. Hopefully not too much longer after this video comes out. I will have that, so you'll see my thoughts there. However, right now I'm processing, but we're moving on, we're moving forward, we're still reading. So I pulled Tower of Dawn up off my shelf. We're going to see if we can get much of this read before my son wakes up from his nap, and we're gonna keep on trucking. Hello everyone, and happy Thursday. Is today Thursday? It is Thursday because today is our last official day of reading together for the week. I need to give you my stats of reading for yesterday. So Wednesday, oh my goodness. Wednesday we read for a total of 3 hours and 22 minutes, and that was 138 pages. I know I've said this and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I don't feel like 138 pages is a lot for reading for almost 3.5 hours. Is it? Within those pages, I finished reading Empire of Storms. So good, so good. And I started Tower of Dawn. Again, I didn't do the tandem read for those 2 books. I chose to read them separate. So far, I haven't read anything today. My husband had to leave for work early, therefore I did not wake up with him, or else I would have woken up at like 3:30 this morning, and that was not happening. No way. I ended up snoozing my alarm, but somehow snoozing my alarm ended up being completely turning my alarm off. So I slept until I think like 6:30, almost 7 o'clock-ish. So no reading was done this morning. No reading has been done yet today, which honestly I feel like works out for making this video pretty accurate, because usually throughout the span of a week there is always at least one day where I do not wake up to have coffee with my husband. So today just happened to be that day. So as most of these clips go, my son is down for a nap, and I think I'm gonna pick up Tower of Dawn, see how much I can get read in there. Hello everyone, it is Friday, so we are officially done spending the week together. Wow, hold on. Okay, I have my list here of all of the pages and time that I spent reading from Friday through the following Thursday. So I'm gonna take a minute, add all these up, and I will be right back. So I just finished calculating all the hours that I spent reading as well as the pages. For our entire week of reading, we read for a total of 14 hours and 50 minutes, so almost 15 hours throughout the week, and that ended up being a total of 535 pages read. Throughout this whole entire week, of all of those pages, we finished one book, Empire of Storms. I think I was like halfway through this when we started our how much we read in a week video, but we were able to finish Empire of Storms, and then we picked up Tower of Dawn, which I am that far into it, but I did do a ton of this reading today. I've spent a lot of time reading today, but today does not count in this video, which honestly is probably a good thing, because I have not been able to sit and read this much in a day in quite some time. Regardless, these are the two books that we dove into this week. I love the breeze, but it's not doing me any favors. I'd say it was a pretty successful week. I would say that it was pretty accurate for what my typical week looks like. I think this video went really well. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. We figured out how much I typically read in a week, and I thought that was a lot of fun. So to wrap this up, I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, for spending the week with me. If you guys liked this video or have any other video ideas that I could do, leave a comment down below, like the video, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!